Hey everyone, it's me, Fastrox again, and you know what just happened? A new Slayer just got released, and it's pretty hard. So I got you 10 kinda easy tips to make it easier to defeat and just to struggle with it all day long like I did and probably a lot of other people did. So without any more time wasted, let's get into them. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the can you not? The way how you defeat the boss because you know they have like a pattern how to do them. Can you stop over there? So, they have a pattern to do this, and I think you should already know this, but I will just mention it that first of all you will start with the 50 or 30 hits, it depends on what boss you are doing, and you should use a Runan's bow for that, just to get those hits down. But there's another tactic that you can put Fire Aspect and Venomous on your sword, because I don't know why they count as hits, so you can use those as well, and they do it pretty fast, as you can see it in the clip. So yeah, that's the third tip I have, that using Fire Aspect and Venomous next to like a Runan's bow, because they do a lot of on hit damage. I don't know, because of the burning damage, and I think it's ended, so we can rely on those strategies as well. And the last one I want to mention for starting is get like at least a Manaflux power orb and a Wand of Mending. They are like the most standard part of these methods that you need these. You just drop down this, and whenever you just go up and hit it one time for the flaming effect, you will just spam the Wand of Mending so you won't die. And you might need a Necron set, but I'm quite sure that you can do it in like Shadow Assassin. I've not tried it, but I'm not taking that much damage in Necron that I would die from a level 2 one. And you can just use a Livid Dagger. Mine is a bit overkill with all these tier 6 enchantments. Don't talk about the ultimate one. This was the cheapest, so I had to buy this. And my Necron set is also not that powerful as well. I didn't went crazy on it or anything like that. And you can just use this for like tier 4, and then you can just switch off to the set that the game just gave you for Enderman Slayer and the Katana, and those should be fine by then. Like for back then for Tarantula Slayer, that you could have used the armor for kill tier 4s way easier than Superior or anything like back then. And let's hop on to the other tips that can make easier to do the Slayer, but it is not necessary to have, like pets. So, pets can actually have a lot of effect on how easy the Slayer is. I personally use my level 97 Baby Yeti pet because it gives me a lot of defense because of the strength of the Necron armor, but I've seen a lot of people use Blue Wear pet with 3/4 gold ore and Reaper mask on top, and that's a pretty viable setup as well. And it's probably should cost around the same, maybe a bit less, because Goldor is not as expensive as Necron. And if you have a little bit more damage, you can use Wither Skeleton or maybe Griffin Pet as well. It depends on how you feel that you can do more damage and get more lifesteal. I personally feel a bit safer with that more defense or HP, so I will go these pet choices. And if you have a bit more money to burn, the best pet by far for killing Enderman is the Ender Dragon pet, but I think that's nothing new compared to Skyblock, that the Ender Dragon pet was OP, and because it gives a lot of resistance against Ender monsters and a lot of damage against them, so it's it works on the Slayer as well, and it is pretty good against them. I've seen a lot of people use it. But I think it's on the same level as having a Warden helmet, so they are probably more useful for like the tier 5 maybe, if it ever comes out, because that's probably be the meta for tier 5, and probably tier 4 is very hard as well, and you will need Ender Dragon Pet for that one, and Warden helmet, but they are another stories because I'm not here to talk to endgame players who probably know everything better than me. I'm here to talk about the newer guys, or the one who wants to see some tricks that I found out and I've seen from other people as well. So, the next one will be my personal favorite because uh, one of the best layer items in the game got hit pretty hard, the Jerry Sheen gun. It is not a viable option at all nowadays, but I find a kind of similar alternative. Do you remember the Dreadlord SWORD from like floor 1 or 2 that shoots explosive skulls and can damage anything? And it only costs 40 mana, and you can put ultimate vise on it to cost 20, and you can spam it.
Hey,
like
that's pretty good.
And it won't knock you back. So I think it's a pretty good option. And if you have like a normal amount of damage, you can actually kill the endermans outside, like this void part, not these, because I can't even one-shot them with my weapon. So, but these one I can probably kill with them. I mean, I can two-shot them, but it's the same. So you can like use this, except Jerry Sheen gun, and it should be fine. Even if you put like ultimate vise on it, then the mana cost shouldn't be a problem at all. And maybe put heroic on it for a bit more damage and mana. And you can even buy these for like 2 mil with recombobulated to legendary and with ultimate vise 5. I was not about to drop 2 mil on this video because, as you can see, I'm pretty poor, but I will try to change that maybe in the future. So let's move on to the next tip. And here we are at the last tip of the video. That is kind of just a helpful advice, that you should kill the boss here. It's that simple. That it will spawn. Well, you have to spawn like right here because this is a flat area, and it's way easier to kill it here because you don't have to like face these kind of high ground parts where the boss can hit you but you can't hit him. And you can easily like get to the beacon that it throws after like the tier 2 version, so it will be very easy to like get to it and just left click it. That's the only thing you have to do, just run up to it and left click and it will disappear. And in this area it will like go around these parts and it will never go further than this, so it's pretty easy to defeat it like right here. And I think this is all the tips I have for this update. So this is the end of the video. I hope I could help you with something at least in this new update. Maybe I made your life a little bit easier with one of the tips I said. And I hope that we will see one day spamming people the Dreadlord swords instead of Jerry Sheen guns in lobby 1 as a rebellion.